Hi guys. So I'm having a really hard time with your reading. I've tried to do it a couple of times and I think you guys are just confused. You're really trying to gain control over your life right now or gain control over all the access. And there's really no way for me to sugarcoat the energy that's going on right now. I don't want to give you a reading where you necessarily think that it's going to be bad or that this month is going to be horrible, but I want to say that it's really all in how you take it. This energy that's going on right now can cause a lot of anxiety, especially if you're a person that needs to have control. So you could be dealing with an Aries energy with the Emperor and then the Nine of Swords. If there's an Aries that's bringing you anxiety in December, I want you to leave that alone. And the reason why, yeah, Four of Cups, leave it alone. That's what I'm saying. And the reason why, and it could be that this is what the Aries is doing to you, and that's why you have anxiety over it. But honestly, Leo, this month isn't about trying to figure other people out because you're not going to be able to. Everybody's kind of in their own little world. Everybody is a little bit extra right now. Everybody is sort of flying off the handle right now. There's not a lot that you can do to change a person's mind. I wouldn't even try. Expending any extra energy for yourself to try to convince somebody of something is only going to leave you dry. It's going to leave your cup dry. And I don't want you to go into 2020 with your cup dry. I want you to go into 2020 with your cup full. So let me get one more card and we will go through everything. Yeah, I want you to end 2020 in celebration. I want you to turn your entire world around and make it what you want it to be. So we have down here, we have the Eight of Cups, the World, and the Three of Cups. You're being asked to leave a situation. I feel like you're being asked to leave a situation that might have to do with an Aries. It could be that you're being asked to leave a situation, or maybe you need to ask somebody to leave a situation. Maybe you need to ask this Aries to leave the situation. Sorry, this looks really dark. So I'm going to adjust this while we're on camera. This is real life, folks. This is actually happening right now. Ooh, now that's really bright. Hold on. Okay. I mean, I don't know how much that helped. I don't think it helped much. Weird. I'll have to mess with the lighting later. Anyways, I hope it's okay. I hope it looks okay when you guys watch it back. It's going to drive me crazy. Just give me a second. Sorry. The moon is in Gemini. Leave no stone unturned. I think we're good. I think it looks the same, but whatever. Okay. So I feel like that there's this need for you to either leave a situation or you need to ask somebody else to leave a situation, and that's what's bringing anxiety to you. This World card is telling me that there is a cycle that's ending. Maybe it's your journey of self-discovery that's ending and you kind of don't really feel like you have a lot of control over what's next. This may not even have to do with a relationship. Maybe this is a job. But it does have to do with emotions. You are, whatever it is that this is, you're emotionally attached to it. And not being open about what you need to do, not being open about where you need to go, that's what's actually giving you anxiety. Because I don't feel like you're actually being, it may be that you're being honest with yourself and you recognize that something needs to change, but you're not being honest with the person or people, and maybe like even halfway hoping that it just resets itself without you having to do anything. It's like maybe it'll just organically fall off. We'll see. You know? Let's see what the Emperor is. This could be a boss too. Could also be a Virgo who is your boss, or it's an Aries that ghosted you. It could be a whole bunch of some things for sure. Maybe in order for you to regain control, you need to do the hermit thing and go on a journey of self-discovery. I often feel like it's so funny. When the hermit comes out, I actually see the Eight of Cups. And when the Eight of Cups comes out, I actually see the hermit. So I feel, because the hermit, we've made the hermit into somebody who just like locks himself into his house and like doesn't leave, right? That's not actually what the hermit does. The hermit is the wise teacher. He journeys, right? He finds all of the information. He goes to the top of the mountain and he gets his information from source, much like the Eight of Cups when you go on a journey of self-discovery. The difference is the hermit takes it one step further and then brings it back and teaches all the people. The Eight of Cups is the emotional aspect where you're actually leaving things behind so you can learn more about yourself. If you don't find a way to fill, what did I say about the cup, right? You don't want to go into 2020 with an empty cup. And the Ace of Cups here is the universe telling you what you have to do to get out of the Nine of Swords. Start to fill up your cup. Self-care is huge. The physical self-care, but I also want you to do the mental, the spiritual, the and the physical, all of it. And the spiritual would be doing meditations, doing yoga, spending time with yourself in silence, listening to your breath. That's very spiritual. Mental self-care is speaking to yourself kindly, doing self-affirmations, doing mantras, stuff like that. Not talking to yourself in a negative tone. This December is all about you recognizing where you've been holding yourself back in all areas of your life. And then regaining control through yourself, not through the triggering of other people, because that's the easy part. If you want to get mad at somebody and you want to trigger somebody, it would be all you have to do really is just open up your mouth, because right now, everything that you're saying, everybody else is going to take offense to. And it's not just you. Everybody's taking offense to everything that's coming out of everybody's mouth. It's just a huge cluster. And it's because people aren't being self-aware. People aren't recognizing when they have an issue inside of themselves, when they're projecting it out onto other people. People are not self-aware. They don't see that that's what they're doing. So if you become self-aware, then you can help fix the problem instead of becoming the problem, becoming part of the problem by projecting your wounds, your inner wounds that nobody really has anything to do with, right? See what I mean? Also, I feel like some of you are isolating yourselves so much that you could literally have a spiritual and mental breakdown. Leos aren't good in isolation. You guys, you come with a pack, right? The lions, the lionesses. Don't ignore the tower moments that are happening just because you don't want to deal with the uncomfortable situations right now. If you ignore them, they're going to come back and it's going to be much worse. If you ignore your anxieties, I mean, now is not the good time to play with your mental status if you're having a hard time with your mental status. That tower energy, like I also kind of don't really think that you even feel like, see that that's what's actually happening. There's a breaking down and a rebuilding that's happening inside of you right now in a very, very emotional kind of way. And a lot of it has to do because like you're every single day, you know, all of this stuff that's happening is in your everyday life, right? So it's almost as if you see these tiny tower moments and then rebuilding of the tower, and then it comes down again, and then it rebuilds like on a daily basis. And you're like, oh my God, when does this merry-go-round stop? I mean, every fire sign really, really enjoys a good time, but I'm fixed and I gotta like stay in one place eventually, right? Let the tower moments come and go. Let them happen, and make sure you have a really good support system there with you. Let's see what the Eight of Cups is. And these tower moments will become few and few if you really allow yourself to be honest with what you're holding on to and what you're projecting onto other people. Be super, super honest with yourself right now. And this is all in the efforts of growth. This is not a bad reading. I know the tower came out. This is not a bad reading. This is literally giving you a guide on how to do self-care for December. This is literally the Leo self-care guide from Spirit, directly from Source. Here you go. The Queen of Wands on the Eight of Cups. But Betsy, how do I do the self-care journey? Do all the physical stuff. Go get your hair done. Take a bath. Clean up your space. Yes, that is even self-care. That is physical self-care. When you have a clean altar, when you have a clean room, like my room is not clean right now. And last night when I wanted to clean it before I fell asleep last night, and I didn't do it. And I woke up this morning and I was like, oh my God, utter chaos, right? When you have a clean space and the energy can move through it easier, and it's not so cluttered, it's calmer, it's self-care. Whatever has to end in your life, this is it, you guys. It's happening. Whatever you've been holding on to that's really, really toxic for you, that could be your own judgments with the Judgment card. It could be your judgments. It could be the judgments of the world. The universe isn't judging you. The universe is trying to give you a nudge into happier times, into better days. You are at the bottom of the deck, by the way, with the Strength card. I feel like a lot of Leos are going through a gigantic purge in December with the eclipse and into 2020, into January 2020. I'll be really interested to see what the January reading is for Leo, because it's like this purification process, which is what this reading was going to be called. The High Priestess on the Three of Cups. You know who you can trust, Leo. You know who you can trust. Now, the signs that we have here, we have Scorpio, we have you, but also Aries. So this could be any fire sign. Maybe you're walking away from an Aries. We also have Virgo, and then we have you again. So there's not a lot of people showing up in your reading, and that's why this is about you. Okay? Even if you were looking for a love reading, it's about the love reading that you need to have is with the greatest love story of your life should be the one that you had with yourself. And it should start right now with the purification process. And with that purification process, I think that you're really having to take a good hard look at the people in your life. Who am I interacting with? Pisces. We also have Pisces. I don't know if I said Pisces. So we have at the bottom of the deck, the Strength card, the Eight of Wands, the Knight of Wands. Here's that fire we were looking for. There wasn't like any fire here. It was all like emotions. It's like, what's that Ron Burgundy meme with him in the telephone booth where I'm in a glass case of emotions. That's what that reminded me of. And then we have the Knight of Cups and the Knight of Swords. So we have three knights here. And I feel like they're all vying for Leo's attention right now. I mean, look how pretty you are as the Empress. You might have a lot of communication towards the end of December. You actually might have a lot of people recognizing how you're moving differently, how you're changing, how you're evolving. And you may have some suitors, or I don't even know if that's the word that you use for women pursuing men. You may have some people, some admirers in your life, and they're all kind of coming in very, very strong and hot and heavy. With that 8 of Wands on, I mean, like it's almost like there's at the end of December going into January, there's like this big spotlight on you, and you're like feeling yourself, and you're looking really good, and you got out of the all of the gunk and all of the nasty, and you filled up your own cup with that Ace of Cups, and you released all of the shit in your life, and here you are, and now you're sitting as the Empress. And I want you to remember who you are. Because when those people come calling, which is what my grandmother would say, which is like, I'm saying that and I'm like, oh my God. So when these people show up in your life, woo, Temperance, 9 of Pentacles. You remember who you are. The Empress, Temperance, 9 of Pentacles. Don't get caught back up in the drama that you released. Don't get caught up in fuck boys just wanting your attention. Fuck girls just wanting your attention. That need your attention. And that's the thing. It's not even that they just want your attention. They need your attention, and that is taking your energy. And you refuse from now on, right? At least I hope you do. December's not going to be easy. The rest of, I know that we're already a little bit into December, but it's the rest of it's not going to be the easiest. We have the Gemini full moon tomorrow night, and then we, tomorrow morning actually. Actually, it's like tonight. It's at 12:12 a.m. on 12/12 at 12 degrees. So yeah, that's fine. But, we have the eclipse coming, and we also have a few astrological events that are happening right after we hit in 2020. So it's not really, really easy energy, but it's possible to get through it. And the reason why you have to go through all of this is because you're purging of your life, the purification process, right? You're purging your life because you want to have the best of stuff come back into you. And you can't have the best of stuff come back into you when you're holding on to toxic things. And you have a lot of baggage still, okay? I love you guys. I do have some reading spots available for the end of the year. Readings are on sale. The jewelry is on sale. It takes about a week to get shipped to you. So if you have any extra Christmas presents that you need to get, you can also get people readings for gift certificates. Just tell me that you're gifting that person the reading. And I believe that's it. Yeah, join us for the meditations. If you're having a hard time filling up your cup, we have 3 more meditations for the rest of December. Those are all available on my website too. If you guys need anything from me, everything is on my website, fearlessintuition.net, or you can email me, betsy@fearlessintuition.net. I love you so much. Please like, subscribe, share, and donate if you can. Have a wonderful December, you guys. Bye.